so I'm so excited for this video today. I'm here to talk to you about the new Kat Von D Satin Center palette. This is limited edition for the holidays and I die over this packaging. It's actually a little bit like lifted, so you can really like feel the detail and you can tell that a lot of attention went into this palette. So this palette opens up first on the center side. So you open it and you get a little mirror, and then you open it on the other side. You get the other half of the mirror, and then you get all the shadows, which you can see right here. I'm trying not to like put the mirrors in shot, but this is the palette. So I'm going to be doing a look for you guys today using the colors. So once you open the palette up, you have the, I'm trying to hold it so I don't like claw the shadows. That's something I tend to do a lot. On this side you have the center side, and this is the saint side. So these are all the shadows that you get. I'm not exactly sure how many there are, but it looks like a lot. Let's see, 3 by 39, 18, 20, 22, 24 shades, and the pans look decently sized. So first I'm going to go in with the Too Faced 24-hour shadow insurance just to prime my lids before we start with these shadows. If you watch my videos before, you know I always prime my eyes before trying out makeup. I'm not someone that primes with concealer or anything like that. It is awkward to use a mirror in this palette. Like, look how I'm holding it. I'm like, ah. Okay, so now that my eyes are primed, I'm going to go into this palette and set the primer. So I'm going to be taking, this is my favorite setting brush for primer. It's just like a big enough size that just like a few taps gets the whole eye. So I'm going to be going in on the Saint side into the shade Amen, which is this one right here. I already clawed a shade. Oh god. I clawed it. No. Okay, let's try to smooth it down. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. Okay. So Amen. There's kickback from these shadows. Initial impression. It's so early in the morning, by the way. I had to get this done before my brother left for retreat because he's like my cameraman, so I'm up super early today. I know that today I definitely want to do more of a fall look just because we just started fall and I'm feeling all the fall vibes. I'm going to change my nail color to probably military green, so that's something I definitely want to channel in today's first impression look. So I think as a transition shade for this look, I'm just going to use a little fluffy blending brush and I'm going to go into shade Martyr from the center side. It's giving me mustard vibes with a bit of like brown tone. Yeah, initial mustard vibes, and as you blend it out, add more color, it definitely takes on a more brownish tint. Not as much kickback from this shade. So I know a lot of people when they do these first impression looks, they like to use like as many colors as possible. Honestly, you guys, that's not me. I'm doing what I would normally do when I create an eyeshadow look, 2 to 3 colors. Maybe a few more if I'm feeling really out there. So if you're wondering why I only use like a few colors when I make these, it's because that's what I would wear, and I'm not going to go in with 10,000 colors from a palette, even if it is for like a first impressions review video. Initial thoughts, I'm not having any blending issues, which is nice. Always like a pro for that. You know what, I'm just going to take that color and I'm kind of going to drag it onto my lower lash line just to connect the two shade, like the shade from top and bottom. Okay, that's super pretty. So I think next I'm either going to go into Chalice or Immaculate from the Saint side, or Revelation from the center side. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you these 3 colors in the order which I said them. So here they are, kind of swatched on my fingers. I'm also going to go ahead and do a quick hand swatch for you guys. So here you're going to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about, like for my 3 decisions. The top one, which is Chalice, is definitely more of a silver gold moment, but with like a gray undertone. It's like a gold but with like silver reflex. It's a really interesting color. Immaculate is very olivey. I'm kind of digging that. I think I'm going to use that today. And then finally Revelation is like a brown with gold glitter. So I'm definitely going to go in with Immaculate. I'm feeling, like I said, the fall vibes. So I'm just going to take a flat brush, and it's kind of a fluffier flat brush. I don't have a synthetic brush, I believe. So I'm just going to go in with Immaculate here. This is from the Saint side. And I'm just gonna lay that on the lid. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Wow. I did wet my brush, by the way, for anyone wondering. Wow, look at that on the lid. That's so gorgeous. Now, when wet, it has like a gold reflect in it that I didn't see in the initial hand swatch. It's very faint. But when wet, oof, I love that. So let me do the other side. So now to transition those two colors together and really make them blend in, I'm going to take the color Devil from the center side. So this is the color Devil right here. And the color Immaculate, which I used, is from the Saint side, and it's this one right here. So let me take a Devil real quick on another fluffy brush. Let's see. I think I'll use this one. As I was applying that color Devil on to make the transition between the green and the other color Martyr, my camera decided to stop recording. I don't know if it ran out of room or whatever, so I went really quick and deleted some older footage from the SD card. And I'm just going to basically restate what I said during the rest of the video. That was the last color I used on my eye. I did go ahead and apply the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. That's the only thing I'm wearing on my lashes right now. I want to give their shadows their own little moment and really let it pop. So that's why I only used mascara. I swatched the two topper shades for you guys, which are up here on my hand. I did go ahead and use the whiter one, which is called Absolution at the top of the Saint side. Just on my inner corner a little bit. In person you can really see those gold reflex, and I wanted to tell you guys that the toppers aren't as sheer as some people make them out to be, or at least that's how I interpreted it from the internet. I want to say that they're actually pretty decently like pigmented colors. They apply more patchy, so that's why I think there's like a topper shade, but I think they're gorgeous. They have really pretty sheens to them. And yeah, I did want to say that, what else was I going to say? Oh yes, about this palette. So I'm going to open up the palette again for you guys, give you a look. I think there is one thing missing from this palette. And yes, it's gorgeous, but I feel like it's overwhelmingly full of shimmers. If you see right here, like there's a lot of shimmers in here, and there's only a few pretty wearable like matte transition shades. Like I'm not going to go out with a purple transition shade on a Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? Some people might, but not me. So that's what I wanted to point out. But as I said, you probably have other palettes in your collection that have those transition shades you need, so that's not that big of a problem for me. However, what is kind of a problem for me, not with this palette, just in general, I feel that right now we've reached a point in like makeup where every shade has been created basically. Almost every shade out there has been done before. And so now it's really hard for companies to come out with palettes that really excite me, you know, because I feel like the colors they come out with, either half or almost all of them I already have in separate palettes in my collection. So what's really selling me right now when it comes to palettes, and this is just my personal opinion, is that palettes like these, the Kat Von D Saint Center palette, the packaging is gorgeous. I'm a sucker for packaging, and that's what's really selling me now with with palettes, because since every shade's already been done, I don't want another warm brown tone palette just because of the shades. Like I have 10 billion of them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm more about those palettes that have a story behind them, or that have just like the cutest packaging, and I think this is so different. The inspiration behind it, I loved it, and that is something that I wanted to point out to you guys, and that's something that I'm looking for now when it comes to palettes and when it comes to growing my collection. It's more about the style, the aesthetic, and the packaging of the palette, and of course that the formula is good, because if the formula is good, like then it's just as bad as getting a basic palette, right? And so that's all I wanted to say about this palette. I definitely will be using it more. There's other shades in here that I really want to try out. For example, Stigmata from the Center side, and Sacred Heart from the Saint side, and a Rosary from the Saint side, and even Cathedral from the Saint side. Whoa, these are beautiful shades right here. I've been feeling so inspired lately by all these makeup looks. So let's see if I can swatch these two. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of swatch them on the side of my hand for you guys. You can see like they are gorgeous shades up in here. And yes, I'm not a swatcher, okay? Swatches can be found on my Instagram. When it comes to palettes, you can request them in the comments on any of my Instagram photos. I'll put my Instagram handle somewhere, or it's always in the description box. So if you're looking for more swatches, that's not this channel video. Those are always on my Instagram. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this for you guys, even though I got up super early. And thank you guys all for coming and watching this video today. It really means a lot to me. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.